lights on. I just wanna see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's gone. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight song. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's gone. I just wanna see you sweat, see you sweat.
Young Metro don't trust you, homie.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life just shows you? Where are you going to?
Straight.
Do you know?
Me and my best friend, 7
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight, the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Chicago Bulls. Won by Chicago.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Final wins. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Russell. Has a chance. Not that time. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac-toe.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Russell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
And the slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Cauley Stein powers it through.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. It was right there.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
From long range, off the iron, no good. Trae Young. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. To Russell. Gets it in the left corner. pass taken away by Charlotte. Shot from the lane won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Count the basket at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Russell. Goes to the left side. Charlotte has the board. Mitchell with it up top. 2-point advantage. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Russell.
Mitchell.
Chicago with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Shot by Russell off the mark.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for him.
Bulls with the rock. Yes, D'Angelo Russell missed his first. That one goes.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Deep right corner to Trae Young. To the rim. Mitchell flushes down the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Russell. Pass to the rim. Whoa, what a finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Charlotte with the basketball to Harrison Barnes. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Russell. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Barnes. Down to Cauley Stein. To Harrison Barnes. Fires the three. Trae Young bothered just enough there. That's out of bounds off a ball. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Charlotte Hornets, number 4, Taj Gibson.
Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Ferguson. Gets it in the right corner. Time to shoot for the Bulls. Going to launch beyond the arc. They'll take it from downtown. Let's see, Jay, if that wakes them up.
Yeah, that was a big-time three, but the most important possession is now, the one you're currently in. Don't focus on the next play, but focus on the present.
Barnes. Thon Maker sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Fires the three. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trae Young. Mitchell. His first effort off the mark. Looking for his man. Off the assist.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Mitchell picked up by Ferguson. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Ferguson. And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. There's the toss. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Time for some new personnel into the game. No good, and no foul. Rocking the rim.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. And a nice finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Burke with it. They trail by one. To Barnes. Thon Maker pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
For three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Burke with it. He'll run the offense. Down low for Gibson. From the painted area, won't go down. Cruises inside for two.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Harrison Barnes. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Hornets at the controls of this one. To Barnes. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Ferguson. Over to the right side. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Burke with it. Just under a minute to go. And what's been a hotly
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And the rebound taken in by Ferguson. Cashes in for 2.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Burke with it. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Short jumper won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Barnes. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And scores.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. We played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Charlotte basketball. To Gibson. Not that time. Anthony. Pass stolen by the Hornets. Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Burke with it. Margins 8. To Taj Gibson. Thon Maker. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To DiVincenzo. Great dish to set it up. Has a look. Wide open shot. Nice to see him expand his arsenal.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Yes, D'Angelo Russell. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Changes coming from both sides right now. To Gibson. Shot from in close, no good. Willie Cauley. Oh,
just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Russell. To Anthony. D'Angelo Russell. Tough shot. Well defended. To DiVincenzo. Shot from the lane won't go. To Anthony. Has a chance. Carmelo Anthony at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. Hornets right now in possession. To DiVincenzo. Oh, can't do that.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Trae Young to DiVincenzo. Down low, Cauley Stein. Scores from the post.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
To Marcus Morris. DiVincenzo to Marcus Morris. Gets a look. Can't hit. Ferguson slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
I hear so many players talk about, oh, my skill set is this or my skill set is that. How about your skill set is your effort on the defensive end? That's something we don't talk about as much as we need to.
Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Bulls have it. Surveys the floor. And count the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
DiVincenzo. Willie Cauley-Stein lays it in.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Hornets have the basketball. Off the assist.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
The assist from number 14.
Russell. To Anthony. Beyond the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. To Anthony. Ferguson.
For Charlotte, number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Gets to the basket and scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Marcus Morris. A lot of contact. No whistle. To Anthony. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's 2 for 2 now.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lets it fly from long range, and he hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
He gets it.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Charlotte with the basketball. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Driving right to the basket. Won't go. The follow won't go either. To Marcus Morris. Barnes. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys down big. To Harrison Barnes. The drive. Right to the basket. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
And finishes strong.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Slams it down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
For 3. And he knocks it down, Jay.
I gotta be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Has a look. Burke's shot off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Trey Burke matched up with Carmelo Anthony. Gets it in the left corner. Here comes the screen. Exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein, my
I said
friend.
fast, Ed, fast.
Russell. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Lock up, lock up. Here you go.
Driving right to the basket. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Burke with it. Down a bundle.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. To Russell. Has a chance. Russell with a shot, no good. To Marcus Morris. Down low for Barnes. Harrison Barnes. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
That's no good. Russell with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Mitchell with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Ferguson to Anthony. Harrison Barnes able to recover with the block. Burke with it. He'll run the offense. Trying to cash in. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bulls are up after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls. The Hornets are in need of some changes at the half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scores. For the Charlotte Hornets,
Game track. Bench points.
the Hornets had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
The assist. Number 23.
To Marcus Morris. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Russell. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Hornets at the controls of this one. To Barnes. Driving right to the basket. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Has a look. Yes, D'Angelo Russell. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Russell into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. The pass set it all up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Charlotte basketball. Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Mitchell with it up top. His guys down big. To Trae Young. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Fires the three. No good. Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Down to Cauley Stein. Cauley Stein powers it through. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Bulls with the basketball. Russell. Deep right corner. And a pass taken away by Charlotte.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Just not going down.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Passed it off. To Marcus Morris. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Marcus Morris trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. No good, and no foul.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
He throws it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Trae Young to Harrison Barnes. Great feed. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Runner's good there.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Trae Young to Marcus Morris. To Trae Young. Here comes the screen. Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Fires the three. Working hard on it. And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
It's Chicago ball. Russell. For three. Offensive board. Willie Cauley-Stein rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Mitchell with the basketball. His guys down big. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Can't connect. That is great vision to set it up. Oh, the slam popped out. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Morris. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Russell. Ferguson slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
They work it down to Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Burke with it. Down a bundle. To Anthony. Curling inside. Carmelo driving, but his shot won't fall.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Ferguson to Anthony. Russell. Can't fault the defense. D'Angelo Russell hits.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Russell. Anthony. D'Angelo Russell. No good. That's great defense. Has a chance. Burke shot off the mark. The follow won't go either. Russell with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Count it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Cauley Stein powers it through. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
D'Angelo Russell bothered just enough on that one. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Trying to cash in. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Got it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Chicago basketball. Russell. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Mitchell with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Mitchell to the basket, but he can't get it to go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing.
Stuffs it down with authority. Now the Hornets take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up. Has a look. Burke shot off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Count the basket inside.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Substitution being made in this one.
Subbing in for the Chicago Bulls, number 0.
Trey Burke matched up with Carmelo Anthony. Down low, Cauley Stein. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
The assist from number 23, Trey Burke.
Russell to Anthony. Beyond the arc for three. Hornets snare the rebound. To DiVincenzo. Nice pass to get things going.
The assist from number 23, Trey Burke.
Russell to Anthony. Russell. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Chicago Bulls are in the penalty. Into the game for the Charlotte Hornets, number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet, too.
Russell into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Mitchell with the basketball. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Oh, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Can't connect on the first free throw.
For the Bulls, number 23 and number 7, Skull Labissiere.
Misses the second as well. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his? You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Taj Gibson above the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Mitchell with it up top. They can get it 2 for 1 if they hurry. Thon Maker with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Lets it fly from long range. Oh, knocks it down from 3.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Shot by Ferguson off the mark. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. It has been all Bulls. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Hornets right now in possession to DiVincenzo. Probing the defense. Has a chance. The Bulls with the rebound. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To DiVincenzo. For 3. Rebound taken by Maker.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel. why this team is special.
An opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Hornets have the basketball. Trae Young. Had a chance, but it's no good. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Taj Gibson. Trae Young. DiVincenzo to Trae Young. The shot almost. Lobs it up. A pass stolen by the Hornets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Scalabiciere sends it away. Chicago with the possession.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Layup goes down. Well done.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
And a whistle.
And you can't lunge like that.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Mitchell on the drive, but he can't finish. To Anthony. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't connect.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Charlotte with the basketball. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
And Jay, they call the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Trae Young to Barnes. Doesn't have an exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein.
I said fast, Ed, fast.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Scalabiciere. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 24, Terrence
Willie Stein to Harrison Barnes. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Ferguson stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Meaning. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. From long range, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Chicago possession. Anthony. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Trae Young. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
And the rebound snared by Gibson. Burke with it. Down a bundle. Has a chance. Burke shot off the mark. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Marcus Morris. Going to launch beyond the arc. Trae Young able to knock it down. Tough shot with the hand in his face.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Hornets at the controls of this one. To Gibson. rebounded by Chicago. To Anthony. Trying to cash in. Shot by Carmelo. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
The drive. Right to the...
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. New blood coming in for both sides. Scalabrine, snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Taj Gibson. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Trae Young. And count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
For 3, textbook defense. Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Marcus Morris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Trae Young to Taj Gibson. Trae Young to Gibson. Taj Gibson, now 4 for 9.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Willie Cauley-Stein. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Beyond the arc for 3. Trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here comes the screen. Trae Young down to Cauley-Stein. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Trae Young. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Ferguson. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. 4-3. Misfires. It's no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Trae Young to Marcus Morris. Terrence Ferguson tips it. That's his third block this evening. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended. Trae Young. To Marcus Morris. Nice pass to set things up.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Trae Young stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
From long range, he engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Has a look. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Can't connect from inside. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. The Bulls take shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls got themselves a win here today. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Check out the leading scores for the Chicago Bulls. The Charlotte Hornets didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Hornets relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Hornets did so many things wrong when it came to defending the fast break. I'm not sure it's the kind of thing that can be fixed with a single practice, so they better get started, and soon.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games. For the Charlotte Hornets, on behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the sack. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Look, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. Own the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Yeah, y'all boss claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a... Nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know...